Example 1, this might look familiar to some of you guys in period 1. Taylor, can you read what we're doing for example 1? Board of paper. What did I just box? What is that called? Grant? I boxed my scale. What am I supposed to find? The height and the width. And now I start setting it up. Maddie, what would I start with if I try to find the height and the width of this problem? Okay, we have the scale. Do I know which number goes on top yet? I'm looking for feet because I have inches here. So I might need to set up the real world ratio first. I have inches because that's what they give me, so you put it on the bottom. And I'm looking for the number of feet. There are 2 different measurements, so we make 2 problems in one. This is a bonus 2-for-1 problem. Hooray! You're not amused. Okay. That's your setup. So was Maddie correct? Do I put feet on top with my scale? Silent yes, silent no. Should I put feet on top? Write in, why do you agree?
Because we're looking for how much feet it would be.
And that's on top, so it matches. Top with top, bottom with bottom. So what number goes on top, Camden, for my scale? Okay. And what number on bottom? Okay. 1. And let's do the other scale down here. Is this the same thing, Camden? Okay. It's the same scale. Same exact thing. So let's see what method I want to use. You can use the unit rate method, or I can use mental math. You should always try to use mental math first, like what we did on Friday. Is there a way to get from 1 to 3? Can I get from 1 to 3 by multiplying something? Silent yes, silent no. Can I multiply 1 by something to get to 3? Clayton, what do you think? 1 times what is 3? 3 is 3. So that was easy to do mentally. Great. Let's multiply it. Shiloh, what should I multiply on the top then? Yeah, by what number? If we multiply by 3 on the bottom, we multiply by the same on the top. Yeah, we always do the same top and bottom. So 6 times 3 is? Yeah. So you found one side length, 18 feet. That's one of them. Let's go to the bottom. I need to find the side length for 1 1/4. Grant, what do I do to get from 1 to 1 1/4? Okay, you're making it an improper fraction, sure. 5/4, we can make it work like that. What do I do next? It's not 4/4. Could I use mental math for this one? 1 times what is 5/4? 1 times what is 5/4? Brayden. You can multiply the same thing. So let's try it. Multiply 1 times 5/4. It doesn't look right. That works. We're going to get there. Great. What do you multiply on the bottom? The top looks the same, but you need the bottom to look the same. Camden, you need to have what's on the board right now. Multiply by 5/4 on the bottom and on the top. And you get 6 times 5/4 on the top. That's going to be your answer. 6 times 5/4. You don't need to do it on a calculator, just multiply the top and then the bottom. 6 times 5 is 30. 1 times 4 is 4. 30/4 is an improper fraction. What's the mixed number of that? Addie Taylor voice. Josh, what is the mixed number of 30/4? (30/4). How do we change that? 4 goes into 30 how many times? Okay, and with how many left over? Great. So 7 2/4 is your other answer. Or 7.5, you could change it. Okay, so your dimensions are 18 feet by 7.5 feet. 18 feet by 7.5. Next example. Shiloh, read example 2, please. Okay, so we need the actual height. They give us the height of this little baby drawing, and they give us the scale. Box the scale. Taylor voice. What do I do first, Evelyn? Set up the real world ratio. Real world ratio. Real world ratio. Set up the ratio for me. It's a tongue twister. Evelyn, what would that look like? 5:2. Are you doing the scale right now? Before we get to the scale, let's look at the real world, because that's going to depend on what I set up the scale for. What am I looking for that's missing on the top? The feet. And what about the inches? What number goes there? Okay. This is decimals, that works. So set up the scale for me, Evelyn. What's on top, what's on bottom? Yeah. Can I get from 2 to 8.5 easily in my head? Do I know what times 2 is 8.5? Think about it. Turn and talk if you don't have somebody, just look behind you. Can I get that mentally, yes or no, and why? Hello? She is. 3, 2, 1. Could I get from 2 to 8.5? Grant. 4.5 times 2 would be 9. That's close. Camden, what did you get?
4.25.
Okay, that might work, and if you plug it into your calculator and you have one, you might actually see you could do that, the mental math method. Instead of using mental math, though, we're going to go the unit rate route because it's really hard to do that in your head. And if you don't have a calculator, you need to figure out what to do. So in order to use the unit rate, how do I find my unit rate with the scale? Josh, what do I divide top to bottom to get the unit rate? The top is 5, the bottom is 2, so we always divide the top by the bottom to find unit rate. What's 5 divided by 2, Josh? Try it in your calculator, raise your hand when you have it. Camden. Okay, so your unit rate is 2.5. Nod at me if you got how we found the unit rate. How did I find the unit rate, Leighton? What did I divide? 5 by 2, top by the bottom. That's always how you find your unit rate. And I wanted to find the unit rate so I could do something. What was I trying to find? Well, the number of feet this house was. What do I do to get there? Grant. What do I use the unit rate for? And how do I find the missing value? 2.5 times What is the amount they give you in the drawing? 8.5. 2.5 times 8.5 will be your answer. Plug that into a calculator. And what's the answer, Camden? 25? That's your missing height. So the actual height of this house is 21.25 feet. The drawing was 8.5 inches. Okay, last one. Taylor, read example 3. Read example 3. All right. Draw what I have, board to paper right now. Kevin, first step. Do I know what I'm trying to find, Kevin? Okay. And what do they give me? The drawing. So am I looking for the length in feet or in centimeters? The actual length will be in feet. Okay. Taylor, what do I do next? What do I do next? What number goes in the bottom? Okay, you're doing the scale. Can you help me finish the real world first? What goes on the bottom of the real world ratio? Okay. Yeah. Does it matter which one goes underneath which one? No, they're both going to end up being the answers. Great. Help me get the scale. Braden. Great. Feet matches with the feet on the top, and 1/2 matches that. Help me find the unit rates. Josh, how did I find the unit rate with the scale? Divide 2 by what? By 1/2? Okay. How do I divide fractions, Taylor? Help me divide the fraction. Help me divide this fraction. Yeah. And what's your answer? Okay. Your unit rate is 4. What do I use that to do? Grant. How do I use the unit rate to get my answer? I need to find the length first. What do I multiply 4 by? 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times 5 whole class. 4 times 5 whole class. 20 feet. So you have the 2 lengths that you were missing. Taylor, what's the first length? What's the first length that you found? 12 feet. What's the second length? Okay. To find the area, Grant, what do I do with those 2 lengths? That's the perimeter. Area is going to be not dividing, multiplying. Multiply 12 by 20. And you got what in your calculator? Plug it in. Evelyn, what is it? Great. 240 feet squared. We could find the perimeter of this thing by adding up all the sides. You have 12 on both sides. You have 20 on both sides. Add them together. 12 plus 12 plus 20 plus 20. And maybe the answer is not up here. No, it is. Add it up and get your answer ready. We're going to rock, paper, scissors late night. You'll see work on the paper. You're gonna be in here for lunch late and finishing up example 3. Add that up, example 4, so we don't have to be in here at lunch. And what's the perimeter? Is it A, B, C, or D? You're gonna rock, paper, scissors like this. I'll say 1, 2, 3. You take your fist and give me 3 pounds, and then show me 1 for A, 2 for B, 3 for C, 4 for D. Get ready. Rock, paper, scissors. What's the answer? 1, 2, 3. And show me what you think it is. Don't change your answer. Okay, hands down. Kira, what did you get? Yeah, it should be 64 feet. That's your perimeter. The perimeter is the edge around your little building. Next page, please. A lot of students absent. You have 30 seconds to go find a partner or stay solo if you'd prefer. You have problems 1, 2, and 3. Go. 30 seconds. Get to a partner in 30. I got it, yeah, because I saw it this morning.